Shehu Sani reveals reason Northerners will never give up presidency. Former senator and human rights activist Shehu Sani has revealed the reason Northern governors are refusing to let go of the presidency in 2023. The senator said that though it is an obligation of APC to return power to South, it might not occur because the PDP is more interested in securing a seat for the party than in presenting a Southern presidential candidate. Sani made this known in an interview with Sarah reporters on Sunday, while sharing his thoughts on the ongoing clash between Northerners and Southerners over the 2023 presidential seat. He stated that the reason the Northerners may be angry and refusing to maintain the gentleman's agreement of ceding power to the South might be because of the issues such as a ban of open grazing, the issue of VAT, and the separatist agenda going on in the South. He also stated that there was the issue of the opposition not having any candidate apart from Atiku Abubakar that was ready to pump enough money into the presidential campaign in 2023. He said, well, first of all, it is important for you to understand that politicians hardly respect a gentleman's agreement, and what would have warranted the decision of the northern governors are a number of issues which include the belligerent attitude of the governors from the South on the issue of open grazing and the issue of VAT. There are issues that could have been resolved on the table, but since things have changed with the North to concede power to the South, another one is a separatist agitation. I believe these are the basic things that have changed the narratives, and there is a likelihood if the situation were normal, they would have agreed with it, but it has reached a stage where the dagger has been drawn from both sides. The situations are different with the two political parties. For APC, it is honorable for the APC to shift power to the South, but the condition is not the same with the PDP for a number of reasons. Number one is that they are an opposition party. They do not have the privilege to say this is where the candidate will come from. Two, there is no viable presidential candidate in the opposition party who is willing to pump all its resources in the quest for presidency of Nigeria as an opposition party. Atiku Abubakar remains the only viable person from the opposition party for a number of reasons, because he has been contesting for a long time and they don't have the power of deciding where power should come from. So how they will win the election is first what is paramount to them. But for APC, it is incumbent on them because the president will have spent 8 years by 2023. So it is morally responsible for them to honor it. But in PDP, it is dicey because they are not in power. Well, Shehu Sani has spoke why Northerners will not give up presidency come 2023. That is what we are seeing. All the PDP are after is all about making their party retain their seats. It is not about where it comes from, whether from the north or from the south. They just want to have that seat come 2023 because they have been quieted, they have been silenced for the past 8 years since the previous president left the seat. The PDP lost that position and now they want it by all costs. You know what it means for your party to be the one that has the presidential seat. It means so many benefits will come to the party. That is what our politicians always think, because they're always thinking about their stomach and their pocket. So they are not concerned about whether it's a southerner or a northerner. What they want is they are looking for a candidate, even if it's still in the north, that can hold that position for them. It's only Atiku Abubakar that we can see that is ready, that they can come out boldly and people will still vote for him, because who else again in that PDP can come out and people will vote? We cannot see plenty presidential candidates. All we are seeing is still the old ones coming out to come and still sit at that position. Look at for the APC, we are looking at Tinubu, we are looking at people that have ruled Nigeria. Well, what are your thoughts and opinion? Please drop them down in the comment section below while we move on to the other news. A Malami should learn to think before he speaks. Peter Obi. Peter Obi has berated the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami for saying the federal government was considering imposing a state of emergency in Anambra ahead of the November 6 gubernatorial election. The former governor of Anambra, Mr. Obi, while speaking on Arise TV on Monday, said it was ironic that the federal government was considering a state of emergency in Anambra, whereas Nigeria as a whole was facing dire security situations. Saying that they want to declare a state of emergency in Anambra because of insecurity should actually mean that they need to declare a state of emergency in Nigeria, because If you want to declare a state of emergency in Anambra because of insecurity, you have to declare a state of emergency in Nigeria because of insecurity, Mr. Obi said. He asked Mr. Malami to stop being partisan, working for APC but for the government. Also, he is the Attorney General of the Federation and not the Attorney General of the federal government of PDP or the APC. There is a position that you will be in and you are now working for the government, Mr. Obi said. Mr. Malami had on October 6th threatened that the Buhari regime will impose a state of emergency in Anambra if the security situation did not improve. Mr. Obi, who ran as the vice presidential candidate to Atiku Abubakar in 2019 election, said Mr. Malami's comments could hurt Nigeria's economy and security. Even in government, when they make a statement, they should always evaluate their statement and implications and the overall well-being of their statement. People don't know the greatest contributors to GDP growth is intangible asset, which is security, law and order, even behavior and the statements of the leaders. Their statement can actually hurt the economy and hurt the place. So they should ensure that their words and statement has gone through scrutiny, telling him that if they should peradventure think about declaring a state of emergency in Anambra State, then Nigeria as a whole, they should declare a state of emergency for the country because the country is also facing insecurity issues. And that is the simple truth about it. He's the Attorney General of the Federation, but it looks like if he's working for a particular party that stands for nobody but stands for the security, the safety, the justice and the peace of the entire nation. What happened to the entire country? What happened to the north that has been facing worst insecurity issues? Have a state of emergency been declared there? Then Anambra that started yesterday, you are rushing to declare a state of emergency. Why? Because of the gubernatorial election coming up and because of you have an eye there. All they care about is people. They want to put people on the seat so that their pocket can keep on enlarging and growing faster every single day. Well, this is what we see in Nigeria. We pray that the election shall be free and fair in Anambra State because it is less than, I think, 20-something days from now. Anambra State will decide who will be their next governor. If you're from Anambra State or if you're there, please, we implore you to please know and do not collect any bribe. Go out there, do your free and fair election, vote for the right person that will lead you guys for the next 8 years because it matters a lot. Do not be deceived by all this few currencies or this little money or this bags of rice and things that they will be sharing to deceive our people. Be smart and be wise and make sure you vote for the right candidate. Well, what are your thoughts and opinion concerning that? Drop them down in the comment section and let us know what you think. Well, if you are new to this platform, this is a Nation Voice Tower, the right platform for you, where we drop the news undiluted. We call a spade on this platform. If you are yet to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button by joining our family. Well, thank you for watching and keep subscribing, watching, keep liking and commenting. Do have a wonderful week and God bless you.